Hey, hey, hey!
Hey y'all, what up?
It's just being the Joneses.
Just being the jump.
Just being the Joneses.
You already know what we about to do.
Now I gotta do my little intro song. Hey. Anyway, we sitting outside and it done got hot. You know?
I wouldn't say hot. It's warm.
Shoot, I'm sweating on the back of my neck. I'm about to put my hair up in a minute. I mean, last week, I guess now, because it's Sunday. Well, today's Sunday. We're not posting this Tuesday, so whatever.
Yeah.
But last week the weather was just right.
Oh yeah, nice and cool. Had a good fall weather in.
It's still nice out, but
yeah.
Anyway.
It was pumpkin spicy, which means cool for fall.
I like me some pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah.
I don't care what time of the year it is. But anyway, so we're gonna talk about finding some compatible couples friends. You know, yeah. I mean, for the time that we've been married, we have found some pretty good, we do have some pretty good couples friends. It's been like probably about the same ones most of the time, because we ain't really have, it ain't never been a whole lot. I'm definitely more for quality over quantity.
Yeah, of course. Keep the circle small, just big enough for the most important ones who matter. So, you know.
Well, I would say the ones that we are compatible with.
Those are the ones who matter.
Everybody matters, babe.
Well, for what we talking about here, I mean, it's just I mean, compatible couples, yeah,
mm-hmm.
to hang out with, go out of town with. Basically, you in my circle if I can go out of town with you. Because I mean, if I don't want to go out of town with you, then hey, it is what it is, dog.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, I do still feel like there could be couples that we can hang out with that we probably won't go out of town with. You know what I'm saying? Only because depending on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could go out to eat. I can, whatever, I mean, our experience with other couples have not been a bad experience, really. We don't have, like, I mean, right? Because like I said, the same people we've been around for the longest, with the exception. We maybe have had an exception, but I mean, for the most part, the same people we've been around for the longest. Even before, like, when we moved from one place to the other to here where we are now, we met people like, we met a couple when we started going to a particular church.
Yeah.
We met a couple, his co-workers, he became friends. I never had co-workers since we've been here, because I just, don't have, I didn't have a job where I had co-workers. I had, like, an office that I rented that I went to and did work, or whatever. But it was other therapists and different stuff like that there, but it was nothing like it. Everybody was on their own time, pretty much. So I didn't have the opportunity of meeting people at work, but he did.
Yes. Yep. I always meet people at work.
Yeah.
Who I like to hang out with. I'm always find somebody.
Yeah. So he had people, one guy at least, that him and his wife, I become friends with his wife. And so I would say that because he's friends with the guy, then we are a couple friends outside of being, coupling, and also couples friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So we actually hang out outside of just getting together as a couple. So basically, like, I like to host. So, and I also don't like everybody at my house either.
Oh no. Me either. I mean, because some people come to your house and, you know, they be, I don't know, they just don't be a good vibe, depending on who they are. And
I don't need all that at my house. Like, I need to keep the
that.
vibes good. Because for the most part, we always have a good vibe
Yeah.
at our home. So we don't need, you know, no extra or nobody bringing it.
Negative energy.
Yeah.
You know.
In here, I have to pray it on up out of here even after they leave, right? Like, take this with you. Here, take this with you. Nope. Take it with you. Don't leave this here.
Although sometimes it's entertaining though. Those drama out couples sometimes be pretty entertaining. Sometimes it get on your nerves, but then sometimes be like, oh.
Yeah, because like literally, like for the most part, we have had like good people, and I'm not even saying, so we had an experience, and I'm not saying that these people aren't good people, but this is just like an experience. Like, so we have game nights at our house, and I've had different couples. We've had different couples, you know, even family member couples that we've introduced to our friends and had couples games nights or whatever, and it's always a good vibe. Like, it's no drama, you know, we can talk openly, we can joke around, kid, it's all in fun, it's all in, and like just having a good time, entertaining, you know, and stuff like that. So this one experience, so we had this, it's a couple that we knew from where we used to live at or whatever. But anyway, I ended up inviting them over, and it was like their second time being around one of the other couples, and it was only us and these two other couples. And so one of the girls that was, you know, that we invite over, for a part of the couple that we invite over often, she was playing around and made a comment to one of the girl that we knew from somewhere else, and so she got upset about it, and then it was like this whole thing where that went from just a comment that was meant to be a joke to, oh, she don't like me because she think I like her husband because I was laughing at her husband a lot. So I was like, what? The girl wasn't thinking anything like that, you know, and everybody laughed at him because he's just funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
And so I was just like kind of astonished, you know, because I was like, what? And she said her husband put the idea in her head the first time they met. So once that comment was made or the joke was made, then she felt like, oh, well, my husband must be right. And I'm thinking, no. We don't. No.
And didn't you explain to her afterwards that, hey, she didn't mean anything by it?
Well, I did, but and kind of left it there. But at the same time, it's up to people to sometimes people, they have their own stuff and then it's projected on the other people or whatever, or taken, you know, so it's up to them to believe how they gonna believe or see a situation or perceive it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the point is that we already kind of knew that it was one of the couples that we kind of already knew that they were kind of a little high strung, but I like to give chance. Yeah, I give opportunities, chances, the benefit of the doubt. I like
they were down there exiled.
So at that point I was like, we can't have that type of energy. So I just decided that it wasn't a good idea to invite them back to anything. Like, do y'all think I was wrong for that, or what y'all think? Like, I mean, I would invite them over if it was not with any other couples, not even just not that couple, but other couples too, because I don't want any type of conflict at my house or drama or nothing like that. We always came together, had a good time. We never had any drama until we invited them into the circle of game night. And so Like,
And
I
I
don't.
told her, don't do it. Don't do it. But this second chance, oh, they deserve a second chance. I mean,
Well, yeah,
some people do deserve a second chance,
because
but at the
people
same
grow.
time, you gotta realize,
and I feel like they have, you know. So
yeah,
people grow and stuff like that. So you can't necessarily hold stuff over people in it. Old experiences all the time, especially when it was years ago. And really, honestly, to be honest, when I think about it, the majority of the couples that we really have like clicked and kind of hung out with has been younger than us.
Yeah.
But it's like they, for the most part, most of them is mature,
yeah,
young.
yeah.
You know, they like it ain't no we just like the party all the time, club all the time. It's they
yeah, got good settled lives. You know, they have families, so you know, and they just them what's the term, old souls. Some of them have old souls, so they just like to be nice and calm and chill and just game nights instead of clubs. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's what they like.
So
that's what we all like. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And so you got to find out what's compatible when you choose these couple friends, because you don't want no drama, all that. I done heard stories and stuff about people and their couples friends, and it's always some drama. Like who want that? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said the first sign of drama, you out of here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for at least 5 years. You got to do some maturing before you come back in this house. If I got to kick you out,
not till you come back in this house, but like till you invite it back to the couple scene.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, because like I can invite somebody.
She nice.
No, like I can invite them like to dinner with us or something like that, like just us. But like back around other couples, no, we. I just don't.
Yeah.
But see, he just.
Hey, you know how it is with me. Shoot. Exile. Get back. Exile.
Yeah. But you just gotta like.
I like exiling people, so hey.
Yeah. But he I mean, we all kind of pretty much just like to try to go with the flow, not be caught up into all that drama that don't even exist. Like people create drama that ain't even there. You know, that's not So I think as far as compatibility, like I said, some of the couple friends that we have are much younger than us, and shoot, by 10 years in a sense. Some. And like those the ones that we. I'm talking about no drama, nothing like that. Just kind of like a good time or whatever.
Married, having a good time. Good clean fun.
Good clean fun.
Like I say, game nights.
Mm-hmm.
I was at one of my homies' house, and he's an older guy, but he's single. And he was like, "Hey man, game night. I'm hosting a game night." I'm like, "Cool." These dudes ain't never invited me to no clubs or nothing like that, because they don't really go out to clubs like that. I don't think I've ever heard of any of them since I've been here hanging with them going to a club. But most of them are married, coupled up and everything. And again, even the single guy, he don't even go out to clubs. I mean, game nights. He be like, "Hey, we gonna have another game night. When April hosts another game night, stuff like everybody want the game nights."
Yeah.
And stuff like that,
Cause like we was watching Zatima.
Zatima, yeah.
The one of the main character guys on there, the main character guy on there, his friends was more so like he's in a committed relationship, but his friends was more like, "Oh man, you don't move that chick in with you," and da da da. Like they had all this negative stuff to say about his relationship and stuff like that, and he kept pretty much telling them, "Man, y'all need to grow up, man. I love her. I'm in a relationship. You know what I'm saying?"
Because when a man know he got a good thing going on, with a nice woman, then ain't nothing. Hey, you might as well jump on board with him, because you'll get dropped.
Yeah,
trying to talk all that foolishness, like, "Nah, let's go out, let's go wild out, let's go party."
Right, the negativity, exactly.
The negativity, yeah.
And I mean, it's also in my opinion, it's also very important to kind of watch how you get involved. Like when you do have couples, other friends, couple friends, watch how you get involved with their their stuff too. You know, like if they have any conflicts and different things like that going on between the two of them, watching how you get involved with that and making sure that you are, you know, not crossing those lines, not including yourself, you know, in extending yourself into their space or their conflicts and stuff like that too.
In those situations, I don't like being involved in those situations unless someone needs to talk to me.
No, he say, she say
about something, you know.
Yeah.
Unless someone needs to ask for my opinion or ask if you need to just vent, you know, get something off your chest. I'm here, you know. But I don't like getting involved with nobody else's mess, cause
yeah. And so that because I mean, I'll like even with our couples friends and stuff, I don't mind like listening to any type of venting
Right.
or stuff like that if it's from a female but other woman. But sometimes people do want to vent and they want to talk to somebody that they can trust. But I'm not gonna be biased. I'm not gonna be like looking at him sideways at the next game night or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not involving myself to that extent, you know, whatever. Now it'd be one thing if it was some crazy shady stuff that could interfere with, you know what I'm saying, like my life or something that I don't want to be around. Like I'm not finna be like, oh, okay, we got a group of friends and then you messing around with her husband or his wife or something like that. Stuff like that. I don't know. I ain't with, but just like that stuff between just, you know, them or whatever is between them. So if they choose to vent, they choose to vent. But I don't get, I'll listen, and I'm not gonna be all up in the middle of that stuff. So that's something to remember, important when you have couple friends. And if it get messy with any other couple friends involved, like I said, you got to learn know when to say, okay, this is not the people that we'll have around these people, or this is not the people that I'm going to have around my friends or other couples friends at all. Because you don't, you know, that messiness ain't.
That's right. Because you know me, exile.
Yeah, but it's been for the most part good experience. But I remember we have hang out with people before that this guy, if he can't talk, it's been very few. But if he can't tolerate them, he gonna say it.
Say it
and
with
we
me.
ain't going back. No.
Say it with me.
Exile. We ain't going back, you know. So I mean, we have had a situation where the people just wasn't I don't even know if I want to say like-minded. It's just that maybe they was too kind of stuck too, you know, we kind of loose, laid back and like to laugh and joke, and we do, you know.
I think I know you.
But maybe they were just too uptight for us.
Yeah, I don't be
you know
that either.
And so
no, they very nice
people, but just too uptight.
And we always had each other back and everything.
Oh, absolutely.
They were very nice people. We met them at the church we used to go to. Very nice, you know, very nice family. And but just not really for me though.
Yeah,
just not really, not for hanging out like that. We tried it. We tried it one time.
We done met more than one couple at a church, so I mean, I don't even know.
Like, y'all
we gotta even say
y'all don't eat Popeyes. You don't eat Popeyes.
Shut.
Exile. No.
Not because you don't eat Popeyes. Oh gosh. Okay, so it was the Popeyes for him, y'all. I didn't even know that. So okay. But nah.
That was the last straw.
Sometimes people can be nice couples and then nice people. And you can, like I said, I can hang out with certain people by myself, a woman or whomever, but it may not be a good fit for us as a couple. So them as a couple may not be a good fit for us as a couple.
True.
But the woman could be a good fit for me as far as like just on a personal level as friends, you know, individual level. So sometimes it's like that too, you know. And so just because somebody is, you know, you have good people that just, you probably just don't, like I said, I go out to eat with people, but and stuff like that, but to a certain extent, I like to be able to be myself around people. I can't be anybody but myself. Like that's why we just being the Joneses. Like just being the Joneses. We don't know how to be anything but ourselves. Like we ain't never trying to be anything different from what. Like if you like us for who we are, then cool, boom, okay. But we can't be something different. So when you see, who it is that we are, and that's attractive to you in a way where, oh, okay, we could be cool friends, hang out, whatever, then boom. But that's all we gonna like. What you see is what you gonna get, pretty much. So, but yeah. But this fool here, like, he'll embarrass me. So I just be like, hey, we can't go back. We can't do them anymore because you're not gonna be around here embarrassing me when you end up saying.
What I do to embarrass you? Nothing.
Yeah. Whatever. When he just say anything sometimes, like for real.
No.
Oh gosh.
No,
Okay. You know you do. But maintaining those friendships and stuff like that is just like and then another thing, like I feel like you can start off being like compatible with another couple to be friends, and then things can take off in their life at certain pace, a certain direction, of other stuff start happening, and you still love them and they still cool and everything, but it might be one of those situations where we probably gotta let them do them and figure out their stuff, because some stuff you see and different things like that, like even if with abuse, like if I see any type of abuse in a relationship and being around me and stuff like that, I can peep a lot of things, like, and so especially being a therapist, like I do pick up on different stuff, and I'm not talking about like it ain't always got to be like physical abuse, it can be emotional, mental abuse, stuff like that, and that will bother me. So yeah, I don't like that. So that will like turn me off too, in a sense. And so I might just feel like I need to put some space.
Yeah.
There, because I need to mind my business. I need to put some space.
I ain't trying to be involved with nothing.
Right.
They say birds and feathers flock together. And if one of my homies cheating, I'm like, hey man, that's you, dog. Do your own thing. I ain't judging, but hey, I can't be involved.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so if other, like, so we done been around people, like I said, conflict. This conflict happened with this other couple from the couple we invited around we was talking about earlier. So how we handled that was the couple that brought the conflict, brought the drama, we just kind of put that space, don't invite them around other couples, or whatever the case may be, because we don't want that. Now, what about if a couple come to like an event and they have a conflict with each other that's actually distracting the event or whatever that's going on? So you have something at your house,
right?
Then they have a conflict going on with each other, like,
right. Which
what do you think? How you think you would handle that?
Well, the same way I handled it before, really. I think I would handle it the same way. Just, as long as they're not too much disturbing my peace. If I'm trying to, engage into the event, then, I mean, if they could walk outside, go for a walk, go back to the car, whatever they do, whatever they got to do, really. Because, I mean, I'm not too much getting involved, as long as ain't nobody hitting each other. I mean, they can say what they want each other. That's on them. They got to go home to each other, so I don't care. You call her a bitch or whatever, I don't care. That's just on them. So just let me do my thing. But
I mean, I feel like if
really.
they don't leave on
their, be in a situation and see what's going on. Really.
Yeah. I think if they don't leave on their own and it's an ongoing conflict and it's disturbing the atmosphere and messing up everybody else's peace, I probably would be like, why don't y'all go? Maybe y'all need to take a break from each other.
Yeah.
Or maybe y'all need to go home and have a talk or work this out.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case may be. But right here is not the place for this. So if one of them want to leave and take a break, and they just want to leave and go home and do whatever
maybe
they need
go out
to
to
do.
the car and talk about it.
Yeah, something.
I
But
mean,
this ain't the
depending on
place.
what it
This
is.
ain't the time and place. Nah, no.
Depending on what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to be. I don't want to get in the middle of that like that. And then I also don't want nobody thinking that because I'm a therapist, they can come to my house and have me help them work through their conflict. We're not supposed to be having an event. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm supposed to be having fun right now, and I'm not trying to be a mediator. I'm not trying to be up in this right now. I'm not at work. I'm in here trying to enjoy myself. So, yeah. But and I'm not an influence person. He's not either. So like we don't have the issue where we have anything going on with other couples that's gonna influence either of us to do anything that we know we don't like.
Do not.
So it's kind of what you was talking about a little earlier. Like if you got somebody that's doing something they shouldn't be doing,
doing their dirt, then yeah, I mean that's on them.
Yeah.
I mean y'all grown, y'all do y'all thing, but
or trying to make somebody feel bad.
Trying to get me involved. Don't involve me in no. All right. Somebody asked, tell them I was at the game last night.
Oh no!
Don't do none of that. Now. Don't put me in that situation. Especially don't do it on the spot. I mean,
what you gonna be like? No, you weren't.
I'm just saying. I will try to do my best to cover, but at the same time not get
cover.
I don't
know. Because covering.
Depending on what it is.
Covering is getting involved.
But depending on who it is, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's one of the main homies.
What?
Well, they ain't gonna put me in that spot anyway, so I ain't worrying about that. But I'm just saying, you know how people can be sometimes. Yeah. You know how people be sometimes. They try to put you on the spot.
Well, I'm not finna try to cover for nobody. Because I ain't getting in that junk. Ain't nobody finna come.
Yeah, I prefer not to get in the middle of it. So, I mean, sure.
Well.
But if you doing dirt, yeah, you try to put me on the spot. I mean, just whatever I say, that's what I say. if you want that, then you want that.
Or even come with some negativity. You know, sometimes you have people, and I've seen it happen, like, because, like, maybe you and I might have a certain way of doing things.
Yeah.
And the other couple might have their way of doing things. But just because they do it one way don't mean we got to do it that way. And that doesn't mean they got to talk negative to us.
Right.
Because, like, oh, man, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to do that or something like that. Like, trying to make the person feel...
peer pressure or something.
Like, or trying to make it seem like you... You know how people try to make it seem like
you green if you don't do it.
You green, or either like you got that type of it's like certain boundaries you might have.
Yeah.
That's just like, for instance, let me just use like the strip club for instance. Let's just say if I didn't want him to go to a strip club, but then you got another couple who husband go all the time. The wife may not care, and he'd be like, "Yo, man, you like talking down on him because he don't go, because his wife may not want him to go or whatever." You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Or either talking negative about the wife because that's something she don't want him to do or something, you know. And it's funny because I just literally had a conversation similar to that with a friend last week who was saying something about somebody else, and it had to actually do with the strip club. And so, like I told her, I was saying that, you know, everybody is different. You don't have to. It's okay if that's what this couple, if they have that agreement and it's fine with them, that's okay. But if that other couple do not have that type of agreement and they don't, and one person don't like that in a relationship, so they don't do that, then that's okay too. You know, you can't, judge people based on what they choose to do in their relationship when it comes to stuff like that.
Especially to keep their relationship safe and conflict free and healthy.
Yeah. So and I mean, it's important to put yourself around people that that is okay with you doing or not doing some of the things they may do or do not do, and not criticize you, judge you, or talk down on you for it, or try to create some type of tension in your relationship, or plant stuff in your head for you to have conflict with the person, your spouse or whatever. So if that's how they choose to do it, because if somebody say, I'm not going to go to one of my female friends or whatever, and say, or the woman in the couple and say, oh, you don't let your husband do this, or you let your husband do that. No, that ain't none of my business. If that's what they choose to do. And not even that. I mean, it's more like a compromise, or it's more like if something bothers someone and that man decides that, okay, since this bothers you, I'm not going to do it. Or since you're okay with it, then I'm okay with it too. Something like that, So I'm not going to like try to make anybody feel bad about their choices, whether it's something I do or don't do or whatever. So, yeah, so when you looking for couple friends, or you have couple friends, and you need to re-examine your relationship, or your friends and different things like that, who you hang around. If you find that there's couples in your circle, or a couple in your circle, or a person in your circle, that seems to always be the issue, or the common denominator of an issue in between you and your spouse, then you might need to examine if you still want to let that person in your space,
right.
or those people in your space.
That's right. Because I don't feel bad about this. Hey, saying, hey, you need to take a break, or what's up with this? Why every time we get around each other, this seems to happen. And it always involves you. And I don't like all that negativity around me. So.
Yeah, our neighbor decided he was gonna pressure wash his fence this morning, and so therefore that's the noise y'all might hear in the background. But yeah, and then so also, since we on like conflict and stuff like that, what about how you handle conflict? And we talked about handling conflict coming from a couple, or a couple bringing conflict with other people inside the circle and between themselves. But what about how you should handle conflict around people? So like if we went to, or if we were inviting people over, but we had a disagreement, or we ended up having a conflict before they got there, like, and I don't think we ever been in a situation where we had to try to be phony with each other in front of
no.
People, because
no.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I will say, outside of just couple situations now, like I feel like I have grown in certain areas, as far as like trying to, if I'm triggered by something, trying to not like be set off in that moment. Because I can recall a couple of times when I have been set off in a certain moment or whatever. Not many that I can recall, but like me, and I didn't give a crap what I said, because I feel like I was triggered and just set off in that moment. So I said, like for instance, I remember a situation that happened where we was in Jacksonville. So remember that time you wanted KB to drive home, and he was just learning how to drive. He was learning how to drive. I think he had his learner's permit, and we got to drive 4.5 hours, and he wanted him to drive us home, on the expressway. So really, I'm like,
not necessarily like all the way home, but just give us some exposure.
He wanted him to drive us on the expressway, and my anxiety is not about to be on 10 all that time. So anyway, I was pretty much like, no, he ain't doing it. So he basically was like, well, you gonna drive in or something, or whatever he said. But whatever happened, we was at his mom's house, and we was in a car getting ready to leave. But I happened to turn around, and I saw this look on his face that a certain type of look that he was giving her. So the body language that he was giving her. And so immediately, like, I was like triggered. And so I kind of went off on him, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I went off on him, at that time. And it was in front of the kids, and it was in front of his mom. And at that time I didn't care. But I feel like I'm a lot more mindful of stuff like that at this time. Like I feel like today, and where I am now, I would handle that differently than I did then.
Thank you.
But same time, it was one of them. You know how somebody gets somebody one of them looks like they. I don't know how to describe it. You know what you was thinking. I don't know.
remember the event.
Well, I do. Your mama probably do
He
you.
must have went off. I think
His face. It was his face, y'all, for real. Looking like he kind of wasn't taking me seriously or something. I don't know. But I was like, oh, so you finna try to show out in front of your mama. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, I kind of went out. Okay, you know how you tell your,
the worst.
you know how? No, that's what it was. Listen, I know that's what it was. Yes, and on top, you know how they say that old, it's this old thing that the older people say. Well, if you talk about their kids, wherever you show out at, that's the one to show out on you at. Don't do that, y'all.
Okay.
Don't do that to your spouse. Don't do that to your kids either.
Okay.
Don't do that to your kids either. But how they say that? You never heard anybody say that about their
Might
kids?
have. I don't know.
Yeah.
Might have.
Like they show out on you, show out on me, I'm gonna show out on you here. Whatever, but no. It was almost kind of like one of those situations where, and I don't know, maybe I felt like sometimes you feel something unexpected or whatever. And so it's just like I got on the defense for real, and I really was defending myself. But
So you was drawing it out, baby.
no.
You was drawing it out.
Well, yeah.
Come on, all right, there you go.
But it was not.
We might have been talking about the Jaguars.
No, it was
like
exactly what it was. I remember that
she
situation like yesterday.
She thought the Jaguars was gonna lose today, and I gave her that little like,
No.
come on. Man.
No, the whole situation. We was having the conversation. We was having the disagreement. And we was having the conflict right there. Right then and there. So it wasn't about anything else but that. We were having that, yes. So we was like engaged in the conflict. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I'm not just really, I don't wanna be that person to, you gotta work out. You gotta have those disagreements. But you gotta have those disagreements in a way where it's one, not embarrassing the other person, not tearing the other person down, and in private, pretty much. Yeah. And you can disagree in front of people depending on what it's about, but keeping it respectful.
Keeping it healthy for the most part, trying to at least.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is.
But yeah, and being like a couple, you don't want to take any conflicts and drama to nobody else's house and nothing like that either, events or in their space or nothing like that. Some people thrive off of that though.
Yeah.
You might find others.
It could be entertaining. Depending on what it is.
That probably would be him sitting up here watching, eating popcorn, drinking his drink.
Yeah, let's get the wings out.
Somebody standing there in a full flare.
Yep.
I'll be like, y'all gotta go.
No, y'all go ahead.
Go outside. Take care of
it. But nah, I don't be wanting all that right now. Get all that. I don't care how entertaining it is, I would rather not have it.
But I'm glad though that we do have a good couple of friends. Like it's so important and it's so essential to me for us to be able to have those couples that we can get together with and hang out and have fun and play games. I love playing games and stuff and just, go do stuff with it or whatever. Like I love when my my best friend, her and her husband and my husband, they get along really good.
Yeah.
They compatible to be able to hang around each other, even without us. They can chill. And I like that. And that's cool because, we always just really have a good time together. And I mean, that's just really, I think it's healthy. It's really healthy for couples to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also healthy for you to be able to create boundaries and understand who you need to
exile. You already know.
Yeah. So I mean, do y'all have good? Do you feel like you have good couples friends? Do you feel like it's easy for you to meet or click with other couples? Have you had good experiences hanging around other couples with the people your mate? Have you had bad experiences? Like, um, tell us about what your experience is like when it comes to having couples friends, and has it worked out really good for you guys, or like what's some of the important key things to maintaining those friendships as well? And like we talked about, like kind of staying out of their stuff too, and and whatever. So
Hit us up in the comments. Let us know those things.
yeah.
Any advice that we may have not even, mentioned on here or whatever, just, feel free to mention that in the comments. Let other people know what's going on from your perspective, your good relationship, your bad relationship with other couples, yeah, all that stuff.
And how y'all handle conflict?
How y'all handle conflict? Where you've met other couples? I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good advice for other people also.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, subscribe, hit that bell so you get all the notifications.
Yeah, and we are just being the Joneses, and I hope this noise, the spraying of the fence, the pressure washing of the fence wasn't too bad. I'm gonna see if I can kind of minimize that background noise, but yeah.
I'm about to have to do my fence too, though. You're right there. You might as well go to do it. God will bless you. Go to get your blessing, dog.
Oh, God, see.
Because God is good.
All the time. And all the time.
God is great.
But yeah, so y'all, thank y'all for joining us. And this episode 8. Episode 8 is an even number. But 7 is that was last week. But y'all know number 7 is the number, according to the Bible. But okay, so we on number 8. I ain't gonna preach.
Yes, little apostle. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Have a great week, and we love you.
All right. Peace. Bye-bye.